Conflict and violence affecting various countries across Africa have become center of discussion as the world marked World Youth Day Wednesday. The African Union has challenged governments across the continent to ensure that youth and women are brought to the negotiating table in efforts to silence the guns by 2030. And as Daniel Kariuki reports from Bujumbura, Burundi, governments have been warned against misusing young people. Listen in.
As the world celebrated World Youth Day, the agenda has continued to dominate conversations. The fifth Continental Dialogue on Youth, Peace and Security and Women, Peace and Security in Bujumbura continued to rally issues that concern the youth and women, especially on silencing the guns in and around the continent.
It is a high time that women, youth, who are most of the time the victims of these conflicts, that it is our time to come to the table.
Systematically analyze. Now that Kenya is even going towards the election, we are actually getting to understand how can we monitor these elections, how can we create peace, how can we create systems that actually work for our young people actually going towards the election.
Governments across the continent have been urged to ensure the youth are not left out in discussions that will bring stability in various countries.
The African Union has continued to strengthen the capacities and the participation of women and youth across AU processes, particularly, as Ambassador Khalid mentioned, in AU election observation missions, making them direct participants, witnessing democracy at work.
The level of inequality and exclusion of women and youth from decision making is significant in Africa. That is below 30%.
In many countries affected by conflict and instability, young people have emerged as important actors for peace. They are facilitating dialogue within communities, countering hate speech and misinformation.
What do you want to see as a country change to make Kenya a better nation? And I believe Kenya is actually on that. We're on the board of actually changing systems, changing the narrative.
Women and youth-driven initiatives are consistent with the principles of Agenda 2063.
A policy document is not impact, and consultation is not meaningful youth participation unless young people influence, and that participation moves from presence to influence.
The Bujumbura Dialogue comes as African institutions continue to emphasize greater youth and women participation in efforts to address conflicts, promote stability and advance sustainable development across the continent. As the world commemorates the International Youth Day, they only remain optimistic that they are going to be involved in the discussions that are going to bring stability in the conflict areas across the continent. Daniel Kariuki, KTN in Bujumbura, Burundi.